folks, this is going to be a 20-minute segment of functional movements for seniors, okay, so 55 and older, but they can really be for anybody. Okay, so first thing we're going to start with are angels. So you're going to stand really tall. I'm going to stand beside my chair, and I am on the left side of my chair, and I'm going to just do the range of motion of angels just to warm up my upper body. I'm going to do 10 of these. That's 3, 4, and I stand tall the whole time. 5 with the natural curve in my back. 6, my knees soft. 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I want to warm up my hips, and I'm going to just take my feet shoulder width and do a march. So my hips are wide, I'm kind of swinging my hips side to side, and we're just march for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to take it, stand tall. So I've got weights on my chair. I'm going to take the weights, I'm going to sit down in my chair. I step to the side, and I'm going to put the weights on the floor. You can use cans of soups. So our first functional exercise is a squat, and we're going to do 15 of them. I'm going to be standing in front of my chair, but this is my position. The weight goes back, I touch the chair, and I come back up. So let's do 15. 1, up, 2, up, 3. Now remember to breathe. 4, chest is high. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm sitting back into the chair. 9, hinging at the hip. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand tall. Now everybody have a seat. Okay, bring your feet together. So second exercise, again, I'm going to step to the side. I'm going to pick up my hand weights. I'm going to bring it to the front. I'm going to stand up, put my hand weights back on my chair. Okay, so second functional movement, getting up and down off the floor. I am on the left side of my chair. I'm going to start with my right leg. Take it back. You're going down as deep as your knees allow and pushing off and coming up. So we're practicing coming up off the floor. And I'm going to do 8 right and 8 left. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. And that's 8. I'm going to switch, okay? So I'm going to pick up now my left toe. I'm going to step back. I'm going down to the floor and I'm coming up. So if I have fallen, I'm going to roll to my knees. I put one leg out in front and I push off the back leg to stand up. We have 3 more. We have 2 more. And I have 1 more. And I'm standing tall and I'm going to march a little bit. Okay, so another functional movement, we need to rise on our toes and have strong ankles, because when I walk, I push off. I use my soleus, I use my calf, I use my Achilles. So I'm going to stand again, chair, and I'm going to go up on my toes, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down. Now I'm going to change. I'm going to go up, step, step, down. That's 1. Up, step, step, down. So I'm going up on my toes, step, step, down. Up, step, step, down. Now I'm going to make it a little harder. I'm going to go up, step, 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 down. Up, step, 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 down. Up, step, 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 down. 1 more. Up, step, 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 and down. So now we've worked the lower part of the body. functional movements. So I'm going to reach over, grab my hand weights, and let's work upper body. The first exercise is I'm going to reach in a shelf or over my head to a shelf to put something up. So I would have to kind of reach out with my hand weights and then push, lower them down. So it's exhale, 3, and I'm just doing 8 of these. 4, we don't want to do a lot of overhead. 5, if this bothers your shoulders. 6, I don't use hand weights if it bothers my shoulders. 7 and 8. Bring it down. In between, we're going to do a hinge movement like we're picking something up. So I'm turning to the side to show you, but here's my hand weight. You're hinging at the hips. Pretend you're picking up your grandchild. Okay, maybe you're going to put your grandchild back down and lift up. Okay, our second movement is a row. I'm going to put my left foot forward, my right foot back. I'm going to have my hand weights out in front. I'm going to squeeze the shoulder blades and release. 2 and release. 3 and release. 4 and release. 5 and release. 6 and release. 7 and release. On 8, we're going to hold back and we're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release down and switch. So I am going to take now my right leg forward, my left leg back. I do half the exercises of chest work. And why I do half is because we tend to roll forward. Our front muscles are already short, so we don't need to do extra chest work. We do about half the amount of front work as we do back. So I squeeze, I open, 2, I open, 3, I open. I keep it closed and I pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I come on down. Okay? So now I'm going to do a hinge motion again because we have to be able to pick up things off the floor. Knees are soft. I hinge at the hip. I pull the box towards me. Oh, I don't need the box. Put it back down and stand up tall. Okay, so now I'm going to put left heel in front of right toes. So it's a little bit of a balance move. Roll the shoulders back, and we're going to do bicep curls. So I'm picking up my groceries. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. We're going to do 15. 9. 10. 5. Now remember to breathe. 4. Keep your chest high. 3. And you can do this seated if you need to. 2. And 1. Halfway down, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Okay? Posing muscle group is triceps, so it's a kickback. So I am going to take my right heel in front of my left toes. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this. And then I'm going to bring my hands, I find my hip bone, and my hand weights or my cans of soup are below my hip bone. The elbows hug back, and I kick back. 1, 2, 3, but I have to balance. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we're doing 15, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, hold it back, and then I pulse. So I'm lifting, 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 and this exercise works your tricep and your posterior delt, the back of your shoulder. Now I'm going to hold it up, take a breath, and exhale, bring it down. So I want to do a full body movement. I'm going to put one hand weight down. So a lot of times when we lift, we twist and we lift. So we move through multiple planes and we use multiple muscles or muscle groups. So I want you to pretend you're rotating, hinging at the hip, picking up and pushing. So I'm going from left to right, and I'm going to pivot my left foot. That's 3. Pivot, 4. Pivot, 5. Pivot, 6. Pivot, 7. Pivot, 8. I'm doing 2 more. Pivot, 9. Pivot, 10. Walk it out. Okay, so we're going to do the other side. So again, we tend to usually rotate and lift. So we want to work on that action. So this time I drop I'm reaching over to the right with my hand weight. I come up and I pivot right foot as I reach left to put whatever I need to overhead. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have one more. 10. Walk it out. So again, I can use Kansas soups or hand weights. And now I'm going to do one more hinge. So knees are bent. Concentrate. I hinge at the hip. Here's my weight on the ground. I got to pull it towards me. Okay, lifting that weight up. I am going to lower the weight back down and then pull myself up. And I'm almost there. Okay, let's do one more hand weight, a rotational one, okay, for shoulders. So I'm going to start with an external rotation, 2. We're just going to do one set, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is our last arm exercise, 8, 9, remember to breathe, 10, knees soft, chest high, 11, 12, 3 more, 13, 14, and 15. Now put the weights down. Okay, so I'm going to do balance and now core. We did arms, we did legs, now core. I would like you to take right leg forward, left arm out, okay? I can even, if I have no shoulders issues, I'm bringing it up. I take a breath in, left heel's on the floor, exhale, 1, reach, 2, reach, 3, reach, 4, reach, 5, reach, 6, reach, 7, reach, 8, reach, 9, reach, 10, hold it, and walk it out, okay? So I'm going to walk over now to the right side of my chair, okay? Nice and easy. I'm going to take my right arm out and my left heel. If I have no shoulder issues, arms up. Inhale, exhale, 1. And then I extend, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it and walk it out. So this next one, I'm going to walk behind my chair, okay? And this time, I'm going to take my left leg behind me, okay, and my right leg out front, okay? I'm going to pull my belly button in, but I'm going to focus on my back body. I'm going to lift up. I'm going to tip a little bit, and I'm going to take my hand 1 to my opposite knee. It's a little different. 2, because the kick is behind. 3, I'm going to call this bird dog standing. 4, 5, 6, my standing leg has a little bend in it. 7, 8, 9, one more, 10, hold, and switch. Okay, so this time, again, the leg is behind me so I can work back body. I gotta engage my core, my knee is soft, arm is extended, so I have my left arm out, my right leg lift, take a breath in, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold and walk it out. Okay, so I'm going to have everybody walk over to the left side of your chair. Use your chair if you need to for balance. Okay, we're going to finish with balance and stretch. So bend your knees. Okay, pull your belly button in. If you need to, put your hand on your chair. I am going to take my right toe out in front of me, then my right heel. Now I'm going to lift and flex the knee. Now if it's in your practice, hand can go on hip and your right hand's at your shoulder, and we're going to add a functional movement, which is close the door or turn the doorknob and pull the arm in. Turn the doorknob and pull it in. Rotate that doorknob and pull it in. One more. Rotate that doorknob and pull it in. Walk it out. Okay, so walk to the other side of the chair. Okay, so this time I'm going to take right toes on the floor, right heel. I can leave it there, or I can lift. And this time, take my other hand, which is my left hand, out, turn the doorknob, pull it in. Out, turn the doorknob, pull it in. Out, turn the doorknob, pull it in. Out, turn the doorknob, pull it in, and walk it out. Okay, so let's finish with some stretches. Let's start behind your chair, and again, I'm going to turn the chair to the side. Take your left foot forward, right foot back. Press the heel down, and then hands on chair, stand up tall. Pull your belly button in. Think of lifting your ribs off and hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to slightly bend the back leg. Press the hip forward for a hip flexor stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now watch me. I'm going to drag that right leg in, flex my left leg. I put my hands on my chair and I hinge at the hip for a hamstring stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I come up, again, more from the hip, and I switch legs. So, right leg left forward, left leg back. I'm going to drop my arms, pull my belly button in, lift the ribs off and hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In an Achilles stretch and calf stretch. Now I bend my knee a little bit, pop my hip forward a little bit like I did on the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to move into that hamstring stretch. Drag your back leg in, straighten and flex the front foot. Take a breath in, hinge from the hip. My head never goes lower than my hips. And I hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I stand up tall, I step in. Okay, now watch, I'm going to do a shoulder stretch and a lower back, a back stretch, and a little bit of a hamstring stretch. I step away from my chair, my knees are bent, and I shift my hips back. You can feel that long stretch in my shoulders. I can even sway. This is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it center, take a breath in. Exhale. Now I'm going to walk myself in, put my hands on my thighs, and come up. And that is a little bit of a workout for everyone. Utilizing, right, from your ankles pretty much to the top of your head. Have a great day.